Mandy here from the Way of Truth Tarot. I just wanted to give you a little intro into what this video is. So, for my Tier 3 membership members, I call them the Deep Divers. I do this Zoom group once every 2 weeks, sometimes every week, depending on my schedule. But what it is that I do is I choose a case that I've never done before, usually by request from my deep divers. And then I send a Zoom notification to all the deep divers that want to join the investigation group. And we meet over Zoom and we investigate the case together. Tarot knowledge is not necessarily a requirement. However, it's absolutely, if you have the tarot skills, absolutely use them. I encourage it. And essentially, what we do is we investigate the case together. I always feel that multiple minds are better than one. And tonight was a really great example of teamwork. And I'm going to be posting the Zoom group so everybody has an idea of what to expect and maybe they'll want to join. So that is what this video is. It's about this gentleman by the name of Troy Cook who went missing on June 12th, 1998 from Truro, Nova Scotia. And we are looking into his disappearance. So without further ado, I will go ahead and let you watch the investigation group. If you want to become a member, I will put the link to becoming a member in the description box of this video. Without further ado, here is the investigation of Troy Cook. Have a great time. Bye. All right. Where's my camera? Oh, there we go. Okie dokie. Okay, so you guys are seeing them kind of opposite. So, and that switch this all around on you, and then, okay. I'm just going to pull the first because I don't want to get confused. So I'm just going to start by the first card of the row, which is the Four of Swords in reverse. You're seeing it upright, but it's not upright, it's reversed. So this is about ready to act, kind of like re-entering the world from a state of recovery, or he wasn't, either he got out of rehab or he was somewhere recuperating, recovering from something. And this is him ready to re-enter the world. That's what this card is representing. Then we have the Hangman in reverse. And this is about delays and resisting something. Resisting. What was he resisting with this card? Oh, Ten of Swords and the Four of Pentacles in reverse. He was resisting some sort of painful ending. Now I'm wondering, why did he remove himself? Was he in some sort of trouble with somebody? Because this is like, I re-enter the world, I re-enter whatever, the scene, my community, but I have some resistance to this. It's almost like I wanted to delay this process as much as I possibly can. And the hangman in reverse is also kind of about like victim mentality. So, like, feeling not safe is what I'm feeling with this. And then when I asked, okay, what is he not safe about? Well, he's not safe. He's not feeling physically safe with the Ten of Swords, because the Ten of Swords is like, if there's any card in the tarot deck that means physical death, it would be the Ten of Swords. It wouldn't be the Death card. It would be the Ten of Swords, because it literally means painful endings. And the picture on the card is some guy with a bunch of swords stabbed all over him. So very, yeah. And also kind of implies some sort of betrayal. And then with the Four of Pentacles in reverse, this is like financial insecurity. So I'm wondering, did he owe somebody something? Then we have strength, which is inner strength, and persuasion, influence. Where was the influence coming from? Was it coming from a place of good, or was it coming from negative? Three of Wands, waiting for your ships to sail in. And okay, this is his father. This is definitely representing his father, an emotionally balanced person. Um, Encouraging him, like, Three of Swords is about progress and new horizons. So it's almost like the father was encouraging him, you know, to come back out and, like, I don't know, show his face, get his life back on track. But I don't know if he knew. I don't feel like Troy let him in on his deep fears. Okay, and here's the mother, the Queen of Cups. A supportive female, anyway. If it's not his mother, it's some sort of supportive female. I feel like it's the mother because the father is here, King and Queen of Cups. Um, but if he doesn't have a mother figure in his life, then this is going to be a female that is in a supportive kind of role. And then we have the Ten of Cups, which is family. So it's like he's not telling his family about his hesitation and feeling like he's not safe. Okay, so let's get the next 6 hours after that. That's going to be this bottom row. Dishonesty, justice in reverse, and retribution. Also bigotry, and that is sticking out to me. Bigotry is like being a racist, right? Being a bigot. Those people really make me sick to my stomach. High Priestess, an inner knowing, intuition, a mystery, knowing, knowing something unseen. That is pointing to what he was keeping from his family. Allegedly, my opinion. Eight of Pentacles in reverse is a lack of skills, not being fully prepared. And then we have the Two of Pentacles in reverse, which is imbalance and the inability to commit to something. Not wanting to commit because I feel like I'm not cut out for whatever this is. Yeah. Betrayal and deceit. Getting away with something. Oh, okay, this is making sense to me. So what this row is telling me is that he was owed something, or he owed something to somebody, whether it was legitimate or not is besides the point. They feel like he owes them something. So they try to make him, in my opinion, steal something or do something.
From what
In
I'm reading, Mandy, you are right on.
Oh, really?
Yes. I
Okay.
went back and found a Facebook post from his first cousin.
Okay, don't read me anymore.
Okay.
But that's good to know. Okay. So it's like, okay, you owe us this. We want you to do this job for us or something. And he's like, this, I am not in my depths. This is not something I'm cut out to do. And he doesn't want to commit to it because he's like, I'm gonna fuck it up. Like I am not the person to this. But really, it was a lie. It was all a lie. They never wanted him to do anything for him. It was a lie. Because at the beginning of the row is justice in reverse, which is dishonesty, and the end of the row is betrayal and dishonesty. So it's like right from the get-go it was a lie, right to the end it was a lie. It was never real. I feel like it was a tactic to get him alone. Okay, confirm if I'm on the right track with that. Yeah, that was actually in reverse. Bad luck. Bad luck with the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Oh, the King of Swords in reverse. This is inhumane treatment and dishonest and manipulation and abuse of power. Abuse of power. Was this a freaking cop? Because we had justice in reverse, which is like, is giving an element of law enforcement, not just criminal. Like, this card is giving criminality, dishonesty. This card is giving like, um, you know, authority, dishonesty. And it would be both, right? If he doesn't want to face charges for something, they'll say, you just do this for us and you'll get off the hook. But it was all a lie. And it was just a tactic to a strategy to get him tricked into being in a very precarious situation. The King of Swords, this is abuse of power. So this is what's making me feel like this is an authority, a figure of authority. Um, because it's putting somebody in a higher position that should know better, but is dishonest and a manipulator. King of Swords in reverse energy, it always comes up when I deal with serial killers. Every single time. Um, if you ever get the King of Swords in reverse and the King of Wands in reverse in the same row and you're trying to get the energy of a person, you stay the hell away from that person. Okay, I'm gonna clean this up and work with a full deck. Okay. I'm gonna try to also get what they wanted him to do. I'll do that with the Whispers deck. Okay. All right. What was this dishonest tactic to Troy? Give me some cards on the dishonesty, on what it was about, what they DNA in reverse. Okay. Spouse partner. Devil. Carrie, is there any mention about a spouse and a partner? A couple?
No, they're very careful to not. I went through all the posts. They're very careful to not name names, but they clearly think they know somebody who has information, and that's the cousin and grandma.
Okay. Okay.
And all they said very close. He trusted this person with their life, but they're with his life, but they're not. They're very careful to not name.
Is it a family member?
No, it doesn't seem to be
Okay.
because the entire family's on the threads, and it doesn't seem to be.
Okay. Social media. Oh, social media. You were just on Facebook. So cool. Oh, this job never gets old for me. Um, okay. Why is the spouse and partner card here? Why is the spouse and partner card here? Murder for hire. Okay. I'm not going to get stuck on the spouse partner card because that's just not helpful. We'll see if it makes sense later. But this card is kind of confirming that they were setting him up. There was a plan to hurt him in some way. What was this over? Final ending in reverse. Supplier. Okay, yeah, I think it's drugs. This is a supplier. This is like, and I do know Nova Scotia, it's like a port city, right? They get a lot of drugs from the south all the way up the east coast. Comes into Canada that way through Nova Scotia and then Montreal and then goes across. That's what's making me feel like this is law enforcement too, because they would have access to that. Fraud and cybercrime in reverse. So it is a crime, but it's not computer related. It was in 1998, so it was early days of that. But this is pointing to something secret behind the scenes that was fraudulent or a crime. Yes. Political. New World Order. And then there's legal proceedings on the bottom of the deck. Okay, okay. Please explain, please explain the political New World Order. A breakup. Okay, so the Two of Cups in reverse, this is like a breakup of some kind. Now we have spouse and partner, okay? I knew this would kind of make sense eventually. There's some sort of partnership that Troy had with somebody. This is representing distrust in that partnership. Then we have the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, which is a very jealous, insecure person, greedy person, woman specifically. It, was Troy involved with this person in a business capacity? Yeah. Wheel of Fortune in reverse, a, a bad turning point. They used to, but something went bad. What happened? So at the beginning, we said he recovered from something and he was about to re-enter the world after some sort of recovery. I believe that had to do with this breakup of some kind. I don't know if it was a friend that they were in business together, something went bad. And the Five of Pentacles is like recovering from financial loss. So I feel like something went bad with the whatever they were doing together. Troy got nailed with the owing part of it, like the blame, I feel. They're blaming him of losing out of some sort of money. Um, and when he was re-entering the world, he was very hesitant because they're like, this isn't over. So what did this partnership have to do with? Were they selling drugs? Community. No, this looks like this is a breakup. This looks like, this looks like we broke up and I'm leaving and maybe she feels like I owe her something. The Empress is like usually points to somebody being pregnant, but it is representing a female. And with the Four of Wands, this is representing the home, family, friends, marriage, community, like that kind of thing. Okay. So show me an hour before he makes that phone call. Who is he calling? Why is he calling that person? Okay. Troy's energy an hour before that phone call. Death in reverse, inability to change, and repeating negative patterns. Okay. What was the phone call about? Imbalance, chaos, disruptive energies, getting caught out. Seven of Swords in reverse. So getting caught for something. Was Troy the one being caught, or was he blaming somebody else? Family trouble, disharmony. Self-sacrifice, and uncertainty. So it's like not knowing how something's going to go, but not having a good feeling about it, not having a good perception about it. Yeah, there is a huge familial element to this. Absolutely. Okay. What's my next question? Do you guys have a question that you want me to ask? All right.
I have a question.
Yeah, go for it.
Was a roommate involved at all?
Okay. Didn't know there was a roommate. Is a roommate female?
No, but there's rumors there was a relationship, but the dad can't confirm that.
As in a gay relationship?
Yes,
Oh, oh, this makes way more sense.
the dad cannot confirm that.
But there was rumors.
Yes, the dad wouldn't surprise the dad, but the dad on a podcast, apparently, from what I read, said I can't confirm,
Okay.
but he wants it explored.
Okay, okay, because this whole time I'm picking up a relationship. I'm not feeling any female energy really, except for that Empress card. But that could represent a mother or a grandmother. So, but I kept getting break up, house, spouse, partner, break up. Like, okay, okay. Let me ask. First question, did Troy have a relationship with his roommate? Okay, I asked, did Troy have a relationship with his roommate? And I got possessiveness and insecurity. Then I got frustrations and a hot temper. There was discord between the two. Um, that's all I could really feel right now. It's like so strong, I can't exactly penetrate it to see what's underneath it. But possessiveness, insecurity from Troy, and with long-term security being another meaning on this card, it's like I am feeling very like codependency issues with this person. Troy was very connected to this person. This person that he had the connection to, though, is he's very hot temper, volatile almost. Like, I
The
feel this.
codependent makes sense with what I've read. The codependent makes perfect sense.
Right. Okay. Okay. Um, did the roommate have anything to do with Troy's disappearance? Anything at all, in any way, shape, or form? I got the King of Pentacles in reverse, which is exploitative. And a chauvinist and possessive. Uh, poor investments. I think that, yeah, okay. I feel that Troy had feelings for this person. They did not, they did not reciprocate it back. But I feel like they would use Troy to get what they wanted because they knew how much he cared about them. So they bribed him, they exploited him. There was no love, though, with the Ace of Cups in reverse. No love at all. Being let down. Okay. Okay, this is just alleged, but was it some sort of situation that Troy expressed his feelings to this person and because we got that bigotry card at the beginning. I kind of initially thought, oh, maybe it's racism, but I don't think it is. I think it's because he was of a different sexuality. Am I at all close on that? Yeah. The Queen of Wands is about confidence, it's about independence, it's about being self-assured and weak boundaries. As in, the other person put up weak boundaries, so Troy didn't really know where he stood with this person. But it was open enough that maybe he felt like maybe he could explore his feelings with this person a little bit. Like I feel like a manipulation from this person. It's like I'm gonna use him and his feelings towards me to get what I want. So, what was the phone call about? And was it with the roommate? Ten of Pentacles is like family. It's like leaving it's like your roots. And if you really felt close to this person, yeah. Emperor in reverse, excessive control. And yeah, this isn't a good. This is like excessive control, um, ego, a big ego, a power trip. And then here's all talk, no action. This is like I am setting you up for I'm setting you up to be completely humiliated and gossipy. Like I'm gonna ruin your reputation because I feel like I can do that. Does this roommate, does it say ever like if this roommate had any sort of like privileged background? Because the Ten of Pentacles keeps coming up. And
It did not.
okay.
It did say they met through work. That's why the dad didn't know him too well, and he was 10 years older than Troy.
Oh my God, grooming. Grooming, but for manipulation. This is so weird.
And then some, if you want me to tell you something else happened too afterwards that was weird.
Sure, yeah, tell me.
When the dad went to get all his belongings out of the apartment, the roommate kept his guitars and said that he wanted him to have them.
Okay.
And that rubbed the dad the wrong way.
Because Troy was really, he loved his guitars like that would,
I'm guessing.
oh, and yeah, when someone's gone missing, right? Like they're not there to say no. It's pretty convenient. Oh,
He said they'd only lived together for a couple of months, and normally that would be reserved to family. That's why the dad said he couldn't rule out a relationship.
right, right, right. Okay. Show me the last conversation with the roommate. The tower. Upheaval, disaster and trauma, chaos. Keep going. What else? Self-doubt, low self-esteem, inner turmoil, and vulnerability. Feelings of inadequacy. There's the breakup card again. And I asked them,
What was their last conversation between the roommate and Troy? A destruction of old foundations, a sudden shift, trauma, chaos, a radical shift, vulnerability. And I feel like this is coming from Troy, feelings of inadequacy, low self-esteem, self-doubt, as in this guy makes me doubt myself and takes my power away from me as an individual. And Two of Cups in reverse is breakup.
And that
Okay.
is exactly what the dad thinks. You just said it right there.
Oh,
You said every almost every word that
oh,
the dad was
really?
quoted. Yes, Troy was vulnerable because he'd lived at home. This was his first time moving out on his own, and he was doubting the decision.
Yeah, and this guy was 10 years older, made him probably feel
Yes.
comfortable at first. Oh, this is just poor kid. Friggin' predators, man.
I mean, what I'm understanding, it's been less than 2 months that they'd lived together, and other than that, he'd lived with his folks, his dad. They were very close.
No, so awful. All right.
But those were the exact words that dad was quoted saying.
Okay. All right. Let's pull one of these. Give us the energy. Oh, it flew right out. Same shit, different day. So this situation started off as a regular thing, like upheaval, like fighting, feelings of inadequacy. This is a normal thing. When I'm in a mood, I make you feel like this big. Oh. A stalker, stalking, watching, obsessed. So this is confirming the control of this guy. He is a fucking control freak if I've ever like it,
Well,
because
and didn't you say in the beginning that he was like going home from somewhere?
yeah, yep. Yeah, and he was like, I don't feel I'm cut out for this. I don't feel like I can do this anymore. And now this is kind of making sense. Like I don't have the emotional capacity anymore to take this abuse. Like, he wasn't abused as growing up, so it's not like he's desensitized to it. But I think that this person really confused him because it's like I treat you really, really good sometimes, and then just sometimes I treat you really shitty. And so it's like it starts feeding that codependency, being like, I have to be on my best behavior all the time, so I'm never making this person mad. But you're always going to make them mad regardless because they turn on a dime. You're not dealing with a healthy, balanced mind. But he was obsessed with controlling him. Fake smiles, cyberbully. Um, I don't think that this has anything to do with the internet, but I do feel like he bullied the crap out of him. That um falls in line with the King of Swords in reverse. Getting pleasure out of making people feel small. And I've been in an abusive relationship, and that is exactly what narcissists do. So What tipped the scales from same shit, different day to disappearing? What tipped the scales? Fishing for compliments in reverse. Fishing for compliments in reverse. Um, I feel like Troy's energy changed. It's like he was no longer ass kissing anymore when this person was upset. Because fishing for compliments would be like, "Oh, you're beautiful today," or whatever, kissing his ass. But not. It's like it's almost like the feelings of inadequacy that this person conjured in him just there was nothing left. He was just a broken individual at that point. Yeah, this card is pointing to I'm with you. I'm with you for superficial reasons. I'm with you not to share life and to love somebody, but I'm with you because I don't know, you're feeling some sort of need that is not emotional. So I don't feel it's for money. I feel like this is just physical. Like I'm with you so I can play out my sick fantasies on somebody.
Or does anybody know, did Troy's family have money? I don't know what kind of money they have.
Yeah, I don't know. I know that Churro doesn't have a lot of like it's not a very wealthy town. And Troy was native. I kind of feel like
Okay.
I don't know for sure, but I feel like if he's from the res, then they probably don't. But at the same time, what's interesting, and I wish Paige was here because she lives in the area. Her baby daddy is native. And did you guys remember hearing about all of those schools in Canada that native kids were sent to and they were freaking really abused?
Yes,
And
that was horrible.
so
Yes.
the government is giving them insane checks for that. And I'm wondering, but that was done 1998. I don't think they were getting those checks back then. This is more of a recent thing. So I don't know. More research would have to be looked into that aspect. So it's either this is about money or it's implying like what I also said that like there's something beyond emotional fulfillment that would be in it for him. Either way, whether it's for money or for sex, either way, it's not it's not genuine. But it would be very interesting to find out what Troy's family is financially. Oh, cock blocking and ego, hurt ego. I think Troy tried to frigging break up with him, being like, "No, you're not treating me good." Cock blocking is like, no more of that, if you know what I mean. And a hurt ego getting in the way of a relationship. He was done faking the smiles. He was done. And we got the breakup card a bunch of times.
Yeah.
New World Order is like, this is my world, and you're going to abide by it the way I want you to abide by it. having one eye closed, him not seeing what was happening until it was too late. And when he tried to get out, um, what physically happened? What physically happened? Weapon.
Hmm.
Okay. What else
Wow.
happened? Tell me more. A secret program, a secret plan. And it's been what? Uh 28 years?
Hmm.
Well, it's one secret plan. Home safety. It happened in the damn apartment. It happened where they were living. And remember, we got that DNA card in reverse? And murder for hire. Did maybe he not do it himself? Tell me more about DNA in reverse. Premeditated. So this is saying he premeditated this to make sure there was no chances of anything being found in the home. And I keep getting the feeling like he was lured somewhere. I think that everything was planned and the fight and the breakup happened in the home. But this guy was very premeditated in it, even to the point where I'm not going to do it myself. Does it talk about this person's alibi at all?
No, he won't talk.
So the cops didn't even check his alibi? Or is that not part?
Well, they're saying is that they did not look that direction. They went down the direction that the kid had a drug problem, and they have now ruled that completely out. But in that time, the roommate apparently has taken off, and nobody can find him. That's what the dad is saying.
Oh God, and the roommate, if he was 30 or 29 in 1998, he'd be close to 60, right?
And so nobody's ever been able to get a good story from the roommate as why they're so suspicious of the room, and they didn't know him that
Right. And his name's not anywhere.
well. Mm-mm.
That's the problem with Canada is that we don't even have the right as civilians to look up a sex registry to see if there's creeps on our street. We don't have that. Only law enforcement has access to that. So, and the way we don't get 911 calls, we don't get police interrogation videos unless, like, maybe for Paul Bernardo, there is, but that was only released way, way after everything was all said and done. And it's because it was so high profile, um, that they released it. But no, it's almost a disservice. It almost protects criminals more, I feel. So this guy's literally gone in the wind. That is so annoying. Okay. Um, I don't know what else to find out. Um, What can you tell us about the individual? Well, let's just confirm. Let's confirm, did the roommate hire somebody else to do this? The Last Stand. Interesting. So we've got Perseverance, and then we've got, which is the Nine of Wands, and then we've got the Seven of Wands, which is standing your ground and defending your position. So they're very similar. Protecting territory with the Seven of Wands. And then here's the home card. And this is about a reunion. So yeah, this is confirming that the roommate did not physically do it. It's like he put everything in place to protect himself and his territory and his home. And it's almost like, yeah, he knew that conflict avoidance. Yeah. Five of Wands in reverse. Cooperation. He did not do this himself. No. He had somebody else do it. Did Troy know this individual? Contemplation, missed opportunity. So this is a very self-absorbed person. And he could really care. He's indifferent to he doesn't give a shit. This is indifference, the Four of Cups. This is like, I don't care either way. Oh, you're giving me something for it? Okay, fine, I'll do it. But I don't really care either way. But the Page of Swords is vigilancy. So I don't care either way, but after I did it, I'm definitely looking over my shoulder and making sure that it's not coming back on me. And then with the Ten of Cups, this is like emotional fulfillment. Fulfillment. So he didn't really care about what he was doing, taking a life like, well, whatever, I don't care. But I'm going to look over my shoulder so I don't get caught. And this card is saying he did get some emotional fulfillment out of it. And probably because he got money. He got something out of it. Because the Queen of Pentacles in reverse is like materialistic, and very selfish, self-absorbed, and kind of like a gold digger, like very empty person that does not operate in any sort of emotional capacity. Like this guy is just disconnected, like an empty vessel. Like I don't say this too often, but completely soulless. I don't mean evil. I mean just soulless. Like there's nothing there. Literally just operating on what his body is telling him he needs, and that's it. Not being led by the heart at all. And that's what makes me feel this person doesn't even act different. Like some criminals do when they kill somebody, they act very different and like gives them away. Not this person. This person literally just like walked away as if it was nothing. And the roommate too. Allegedly, my opinion. I want to do more research a little bit more because I feel if I have more information, I can like develop my questions better. I want to do
I
another one.
I found the roommate's name.
You did?
Oh,
Finally. I knew I saw it. It says, "Does anybody know how I can contact James Taylor, Troy's roommate, when he went missing?"
and there's the name.
Oh my God.
Wow,
Good
that's
job,
awesome.
Lynn. Thank
Says,
you.
"I agree. I think he is the one who would be primed to talk to. He knows something."
And his name's James Taylor?
Yep.
Isn't he a singer? James Taylor?
Yep.
James Taylor. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
good find.
Oh, that was excellent, Lynn. Thank you so much. Okay. Okay. James Taylor. Okay. I'm gonna start hunting him down. Facebook, I guess, is a good place to start. Maybe because it's been 30 years. He'd be almost in his late 50s by now. Maybe, maybe enough his time has passed where he's not like trying to hide his identity anymore. Okay, James Taylor. Let's get to wrap this up. I just want to get his current energy right now. What is James Taylor's current energy? Regret, disappointment, um, failure. 5 of Cups. Okay, interesting. So he is in a inward journey, but he's feeling like a failure, which he should. Um, you can't run away from shit like that. It haunts you. Even if you don't get earthly justice, it haunts you. This is 2 cards of a very lonely, sad individual, which he should feel. Oh, and here's the King of Wands in reverse. Ruthless, weak, and that's what makes him be so forceful is because he's so weak inside. He feels like he has to overcompensate. Yeah, he has not changed one bit. And I bet you he has burned every single bridge in his whole life, which is why he is now alone. But people don't change. He got away with murder once. I mean, you wonder, okay, if that's how you solved your last problem, how are you going to solve your future problems, right? You have to wonder that. If you thought it was a good idea to just pick a kid off the map like that, like he was nothing. I feel there's a lot of skeleton in Mr. Taylor's closet. Oh my God, here's the Queen of Swords in reverse, which is cruel and deceitful and malicious, spiteful, contemplation, 4 of Cups, He's reevaluating everything. But with these personality traits, he is not going to be able to take accountability for himself. It's always going to be somebody else's fault. You shouldn't have pushed me. It's your own fault. You shouldn't have pushed me. Allegedly, my opinion. Okay, Mr. Taylor. Okay. There is going to be a part 2, absolutely. Yeah. And yeah. Gonna be a part 2. What day is better for you guys to do these?
It makes no difference to me.
Okay. How about you, Lynn?
I don't think it matters.
Okay. But like, are evenings better, or could we do
Yeah,
day?
this time is good.
Okay. Okay. Cool. 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 Alrighty. So my trying to think. I'm gonna aim for between Sunday and Tuesday again. I'm not sure what day. I have to like look at my calendar a bit more, but I don't want to leave this too long. So it's not going to be 2 weeks. I'm going to try to do one between Sunday and Tuesday of next week. And yeah. So that is the plan for part 2.
Awesome.
I'm also going to post this one too. Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining, guys. Thank you for your help. That is awesome. I love you guys researching while I do it. That's teamwork.
That was awesome, Mandy.
Good. I'm glad. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, I can't help but feel that there's more shit to this though. Like, and I can't put my finger on what it is, but that's okay. Um, I'm gonna let this information set, and then I'm gonna look into James Taylor, and I'm gonna look into Troy Cook more, and then I'm gonna start to develop some questions so I have some. So I'm not thinking on the spot as far as the questions are concerned. So hopefully we'll get more stuff next time. But this was a great start. Absolutely.
Oh, here's another name. I knew there was another one.
Yep.
Write down Matt McDonald.
Yeah. Matt McDonald. What is his?
It says it's all hearsay, but a Matt McDonald was mentioned to me, and I wonder, does he have something to do with this?
Okay, and who is saying this?
This is the cousin again.
The cousin. Okay. What's
Your
the cousin?
cousin knows something. She's all
That
over that.
Sherry Richards.
Yep, yep.
Email.
She's posted all over this missing person page.
Okay. I wonder if she's the female that keeps coming up in the reading.
Maybe, because she's all over this thing.
She is. She's been very vocal about it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if she would be up for talking to me. I am so afraid though, to like go to these people, in case that what if they don't believe and they're already so in pain. I don't want to I don't want to make it worse. That's what I always worry about. But all I can say is be like, look, I came into
There's also a place that came up that somebody said they should search, but I know nothing about the area.
Okay, what's the place called?
Victoria Park.
Victoria Park. Okay. Paige, like I said, she's from the area. So she will be able to tell me what that is all about. And then I can also do an energy reading about Victoria Park. Because I feel like, yes, the breakup thing happened in the apartment. I don't feel the murder happened in the apartment. I keep feeling like he got lured somewhere else. Um, I can't kind of like that feeling I can't get away from.
No, that makes sense because he made a final phone call, and I'm guessing it was from a payphone, but they said his mom, I think it was to his mom, and she said he didn't sound right. Whoever he called said he didn't sound right, and they said, "Are you sick?" And he said, "Yes, yes."
Oh, maybe they drugged him.
And they said sounded out of breath. So when you got weapon, they said they kind of thought maybe he had a gun to his head and was able to make like he was trying to get away or scared of something.
Oh shit. Okay, okay.
But that's all hearsay just from
Right.
that
Okay.
didn't come from the cousin.
Right. Okay. So I think the next reading we can focus on what was happening to him while he was making the phone call. Because I got before the phone call. Um, yeah. Yeah, I just need to like put a plan together. But this is good. This is good. This is like a good start. And I
And
think
I don't know if the call was to his mom or his aunt. That
okay.
wasn't made clear.
The
But
cousin
somebody
was
made it sound like his aunt, and that makes sense with the cousin being all over this. If it was
right,
the
right.
yeah,
Okay, I'm wondering if I just had this feeling why that I should reach out to the cousin. But I'm like, because my ego is getting in the way and being like, okay, don't. But it's been 30 fucking years. It's not like
I
is
mean,
that
she posts every year from what I saw.
Yeah.
Did you see anything, Lynn, that
I don't see anything that she would be against it. I
no.
you know
kind
what?
of
All I
feel
can
like
say is I've come into this information.
I kind of feel like she would listen.
I
I
do
kind of do
too.
too. I
I
do.
do too.
I absolutely do. Okay, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
I think she would listen, and I think she's all over the
And
Facebook, so she's got information.
maybe if she wants, she can come with the next Zoom meeting. She can be a part of the reading
You
because
never know.
that would be like a good source to like confirm or deny the shit that I'm getting, right? Okay. Okay.
I think she'll be receptive. She seems very desperate for
I think
answers.
so.
Yeah, I do too. And I think after 30 years at this point, and you're not getting anything, you'd be like, okay, I need something. Right? I
Hmm.
think the biasism would be looser. And she's native, man. Natives, they're in tune with spirituality.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's not like I'm dealing with a Christian. And even some Christians are open-minded. So, okay. Okay. This is the plan. I'm going to do a little bit of research. If you guys are bored, do whatever info you want. Also going to reach out to her. And I'll let you guys know what she says. Um and
Awesome.
and then I'm going to make the next meeting between Sunday and Tuesday of next week. Hopefully she can join us. That would be really great. So, all right. Well, this was great. Thank you guys so much for your help.
Cool.
Um,
Thanks for inviting me.
anytime. No, anytime. Yeah, I like doing this. I think that, you know, more like a multiple minds are more than one, are better than one, right? Um, I feel that we can get stuff done as a team. So, yeah, let's try to find some answers for her. And I will keep you guys posted with what she says back.
Okay.
Okay?
Cool.
All right, you guys. Lynn, when is the search happening for Patrick?
I have another Zoom meeting on Saturday, so hopefully this week coming up.
Okay. Okay, well, keep me posted with that.
I will.
Okay. And did you ever get to reach out to Melissa?
I did not.
Okay. That's
I
cool.
think I got it lost in my folder of
Okay.
everything.
Okay. Well, no problem. Um, yeah, no problem. I was just curious. I actually want to have Melissa on my show because I her brother's case was the first one that I had a person who has passed contact me and make me look into it. And he
Oh,
has,
wow.
yeah, and Matt has reached out to all these other psychics in my area too. I'm not the only one. And I sat on his readings for a year and watched his sister go on Facebook being so expressive about her brother's case. And I'm like, I have to just I have to just let her know what I got. And I did. And she was so receptive and she was able to confirm all of my readings. And it was like, I even got his best friend's name. And it
Oh,
was,
wow.
yeah, it was the first thing that I was like, holy crap, this is real. Like, this is real. So,
Well, they have a plan to get Mike off the property if he is there, just because they don't want him following them around.
oh my God, I'm even
So
worried, what has he tampered with in the meantime?
I know. I feel like a lot of Patrick's stuff is still there. It's got to be. Where the hell else would it be?
Unless they got rid of it.
Mm, I don't. I bet it's still in the trailer he was staying in. They're
I
so
hope so.
stupid.
I hope so. Because yeah, they're drug addicts. They're meth heads. They're not very intelligent.
Oh, now they search for gold too. We
Oh.
can add that to the list. That's what all the holes are.
Oh my God. Okay, so watch your
Oh my
ankles.
God.
Watch your
Yep.
ankles when you go search.
That's what all the holes are, but supposedly people have seen Mike filling in the holes. I'm like, oh, well, that's wonderful. It just, you can't make it up. My nephew's got to be laughing his ass off
Oh God, he's
because this is just, you can't make it up.
it's literally like a what is it called? The dog and pony show?
Oh my God. My daughter says we need a lifetime movie deal. I'm like, oh my God, stop it.
God, well, it better pay the big bucks, man. It better pay for the PIs and all of the
Oh
testing.
my God.
Um,
Nuts.
that whole area is spooky, man. Like, you know
It
what? Even
is.
the history of the area is not good.
No, it definitely is not.
No, no. The man, your country is dark ass. Like, I swear to God. I mean, I don't think our country's any better, but no, we took native kids and murdered them and then buried them in mass graves behind the residential schools. That's what we did.
Oh God.
Yeah, no. North America is dark ash, like both of us,
I'm discovering that.
right?
Man,
You got to
scary
expose
out
it
there.
though. Knowledge is power, right? Alrighty, ladies, I'll let you go, but I'll keep you posted about what Carrie says if she gets back to me, and you'll get an email from me about the next Zoom meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Awesome.
All
Have a
right. Have
good
a good
one.
night, guys.
Bye.
Bye.